Hi.
Welcome.
How are you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Bada boom, realist reviewers in the room. How you doing?
Really?
Sorry.
Okay.
We're here to review Batman: The Killing Joke, and you can't teach that.
It wasn't a wrestling review.
Sorry.
This is a movie review.
That's true. Yeah, okay. We're here to talk about Batman: The Killing Joke. We watched it a couple days ago.
What? The only thing I really liked about it was the Joker.
Mark Hamill. Yeah, Mark Hamill still killed it as the Joker. But,
Come on, the rest of it was just like, what? To me, it reminded me of an episode of the Batman cartoon series.
The animated series, and
a lot of those episodes were just,
The animated series had a lot of good episodes and a lot of okay episodes, and this movie kind of matched the okay episodes. It's just, wow, if I could really sum this up, this movie was a really big disappointment.
Yes, it was. It disappointed me. And also the fact that what was it, R-rated?
Yeah, it was an R-rated movie.
But there was nothing R-rated about it. It could have been PG-13 and it would have been fine.
I was like, Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, there were times that was much more violent. I mean, the Joker took a batarang to the eye and he stabbed Batman several times with a knife, and that movie, I saw more violence in that movie than I did in this one, but this movie got the R rating?
I mean, like, seriously.
I feel like they did the R rating on purpose just to sink in more sales. I mean, think about it. You're advertising a Batman movie with Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, and it's rated R. Who's not going to want to buy that, you know?
And a lot of the comic book fans are thinking, oh shit, this is the Killing Joke. This is going to be like the comic book.
Which most of the story, it did derive from the comic, but there were so many things added and there were so many things taken out, and it just ended up being I'm not going to say it fell flat. It was just really disappointing.
Oh, by the way, spoilers.
Yeah, there's going to be spoilers in this review for this time. We try our best not to spoil things, but we kind of feel like we have to understand, to fully explain why we felt this movie was such a disappointment.
Like, for an example, the thing that disappointed me the most, the little roller coaster ride that the Joker puts Gordon through, and they're showing the images of Barbara, but they're all blurred out. They're like not. You can't tell. You can kind of tell that it's Barbara, but you can't tell what's happening.
I mean, all you can see is probably pictures of her head, her feet, a shoulder, an arm there.
A little bit of blood.
Yeah, but it's how it kind of was in the comic. It's like it's always been implied that the Joker.
Yeah, let's go with that. The Joker.
The Joker raped her after he shot her. It's been implied, and I felt like that it kept up with the implication. But let's talk about Barbara here. Barbara. Okay, I understand why they added the feature with Batgirl. They wanted the audience to get to know the character a little bit more before they, did what they did in the movie.
They wanted you to care about her.
And they did it in the worst way possible, by completely objectifying the character and insulting the character and insulting her fans. It was horrible. They are following along. Her and Batman are tracking down this criminal called Paris Franz. I swear that's his name.
Paris Franz.
Yeah, they're tracking.
They even poke fun. She even pokes fun at the name. She's like, really, his name is Paris Franz.
Yeah, I kind of giggled a little bit at that line, but it's like they're chasing down this criminal who has absolutely nothing to do with anything else after he's done with.
That's why to me it felt like just an episode of the Batman animated series, because you had, basically it was like 2 episodes smushed into one. You had the episode with Paris Franz, and then you had the episode with the Joker, and they just like took them and went
smush them together, make it work, make it a movie. But it's like the movie completely objectified Barbara, and hell, even Batman himself said, "You're being objectified. You're being objectified." So of course later on they have sex. The sex scene. It really.
What sex scene? She pulled her mask off, 1, and then 2, she took her top off and started kissing him. That's all that they showed.
That's all they show.
With the rated R, you can show more than that.
Well, let's see some bat boobs. But in all seriousness, and then she even says, "Oh, it was just sex. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing." And she calls him, tries to talk to him, say, "Hey, look, it was just sex. It meant nothing." It's like, oh man, and it just makes Barbara look like a nitwit for.
Makes her look like a slut.
It kind of did. And it makes her completely objectified, and it makes Batman look like a creep because,
Isn't she supposed to be younger than him?
Much younger.
Like he's supposed to be.
And he's like in his like mid to late 30s, and she's like 18, 19, 20, somewhere around that.
She's in college.
Pretty much, it's what the movie is. What the movie version of the story is kind of implying.
That she was in college, and of course, Batman's older than her anyway because.
Yeah. But it's like, wow, what a way to cement a friendship with somebody who doesn't even really know who you are by having sex with his kid. And it just made Batman look like a bit of a pedo. It really did. And it's like hashtag, everybody's throwing around hashtag bat sex, and I understand why it kind of offended some fans.
Because you wouldn't expect that to happen with Batman.
Not with somebody like Catwoman.
Maybe.
Yeah, Talia al Ghul, yeah. But Batgirl, it's figuratively one of his kids. He's like, he fucked his kid.
He basically, like, all the Robins, like I said, all the Robins and all the Batgirls were basically these kids that he adopted.
And took in and trained as his soldiers, his partners in crime, fighting.
And, the majority of the time, to me, that screams pedophile.
Yeah, it's
old
like
man
working with a bunch of kids,
running around with a bunch of kids.
But Mark Hamill's portrayal as the Joker was good. It was good. It just, at the end of the day, this didn't really feel like an R-rated movie. There were so many things that they actually cut out of the story, like when Joker showed Batman Gordon in the cage. Behold the average man or whatever, and there was supposed to be well, I hate to sound like one of those comic book fans and say, oh, it's different from the comics and everything, but you had a chance to use his big what's the word I'm looking for here, monologue, his big monologue after showing Gordon in the cage. It's like, oh, here's Gordon in the cage, and then boom, off to the chase scene. And they didn't show the Joker cutting Batman with a knife in their big fight scene at the end. They didn't show that. It's like they removed that. It's like, come on, it's rated R. Show it. Go ahead. Go for it. Go balls to the wall. You did it with the two of them in a different movie. Why can't you do it here?
Right.
And the Joker's legendary monologue that they did keep intact in the movie, it didn't really come off as powerful. When you read it, you sense that there's an emotional trauma there. There's distress. There's worriment. There's, anxiety and frustration. And in the movie, it just came off like a little kid throwing a temper tantrum.
What was with the origin story of the Joker, of being a husband who was struggling?
Now they did
with
get that.
Money, but
they got that from the comic, and they did a good job with that.
Like, is that really his origin story, that he was a comedian who was struggling for money because his wife was pregnant, and then that he got involved with the mafia.
Yeah, but then you got to think back to his monologue said, when it comes to my origin, I like to go with multiple choice. So we don't actually know, both reading the book and watching this movie, we don't actually know for sure if that is indeed his true origin or if that's just one of the many origins that he's created for himself in his brain.
Nah, that's just the writer's way of getting away with being able to justify different origin stories for the Joker, which means that, which gives me, a person who really doesn't follow it, to think there's multiple Jokers out there.
Or it makes the Joker look more sympathetic.
No, to me it gives the Joker name have multiple people using the Joker name, hence the different looks and styles of what they do, and why Batman can't really basically kill him, because 2 months later someone else has taken on the persona and the name of the Joker to have his legend carry on. That's why he's got multiple stories and multiple looks.
You can look at it that way. They did copy the ending directly from the comic book with, Joker telling the joke and both of them laughing in the rain, which I always thought that ending was weird in the comics, and it's just as weird and kind of flat in the movie. Is overall this felt overhyped, overrated. The R rating was wasted on this. This completely pissed on the character of Batgirl, and any of the Batgirl fans who felt like she was objectified and just tossed aside like garbage, they have every right to feel that way, because she was. Let's be honest, she was objectified. It did nothing for Barbara.
And I'm sorry, but Batman should never laugh because it's creepy.
Yeah.
And there's even an episode of
the animated
series where Harley starts getting freaked out because Batman's laughing at her.
Yeah, Batman laughing, it
doesn't suit him to laugh.
It doesn't suit his character to laugh. And but this movie, it's not the worst I've ever seen, but man, it was bad. I still think the worst animated Batman movie that I think I've ever seen, which still, it's not completely terrible, but I think I have to give it to Mystery of the Batwoman. That movie
Never seen it.
You don't want to see it. It's shit. It's just pure shit. This movie, not as shitty, but it was still pretty shitty. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being crap and 5 being perfect, I'm gonna have to give it around a 2. I mean, it wasn't.
I'll give it a 2.5 because
it felt kind of average.
See, you're a comic book fan. You've read the story. I've never read the stories, so it was still an to me, but I still give it a 2.5.
Well, it's like at the end, all the hype around it, it just ruined it, and the delivery, it was so disappointing that it would be an average movie at the very best. So there's our review of Batman: The Killing Joke.
What did you guys think about it?
Yeah, what did you think? We're probably going to start a lot of arguments in the comment section. It's like, oh, you're wrong. It was the greatest movie of all time. Hey,
you know what? If you like it, then
fine.
That's good on you.
That's good. That's fine.
That's your opinion. This is ours.
This is our opinion, and it's strictly our opinion. We're not coming on here and saying it was crap because some other people on YouTube are saying it. This is our genuine feelings on this movie. And if you love this movie, like we said, it's great. That's fine. That's cool. We understand that, and we respect that. So there you have it. Let us know what you thought. Comment, like, share.
Have fun. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.